I just feel like the quantum mechanics, manifestation, the spirituality, my future trip to Japan, it just all connects somehow. And I don't know why yet, but I know something important is coming with those four elements. Do I sound crazy? Good, because I am. Hey guys, my name is Samira, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video, and welcome to my channel. So, today I want to tell you a story about some realizations that I've made that have really changed my perspective on things. It might sound weird to you, or maybe delusional, but truly, I don't give a fuck what you think, and I'm pretty sure it has some type of purpose in it. It means something to me, and it may not mean anything to you, and that's fine. But I'll tell you a story about a very important realization that I made. That has to do with manifestations and time and stuff. So, just bear with me, I guess. Okay, so let me start with a couple months ago where I treated myself to a very, very nice massage for my birthday. It was a energy healing massage where the massager like balances your chakras out and stuff like that. And it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I literally levitated. I levitated, okay? It was so good. It was the best massage I've ever had. Ever. It was so good. Oh my god. And during this massage, you know, I also did eat a little bit of an edible, but that's besides the point. That just made it a little bit more fun. Just a little piece. Just a teeny piece. It was bomb. And so I was just in there. And then suddenly a memory in my head just popped up that I hadn't thought about for a long time. It was a memory of me in the 4th grade, and I was posing for a picture for a newspaper. So, in 4th grade, we read a book about a young girl. She lived in Hiroshima, Japan, and she was born shortly after the atomic bombs were dropped in her city a few years before. And she discovered that she got leukemia from the radiation from the bombs that were dropped before she was born. So, someone told her that I think it's just a thing, like a tradition that Japanese people have, where if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, then you'll feel better or you'll be healed. Now, I'm not too sure. I haven't read it since then. I don't even remember the name of the book, but I'll put a cover on it. I'll put a cover of it somewhere up here. It was a really good book, and I really liked it. So we read that in our class, and then our class assignment was to fold 1,000 paper cranes, the whole class. So we did that, and I was having so much fun making these paper cranes, okay? And I made the most paper cranes out of everybody in that class. And I'll tell you the number in just a minute. And that's why we were posing in the newspaper. We posed in the newspaper because we made 1,000 paper cranes. And my teacher actually gave me like the tally chart of how many each person in the classroom made, and I made the most, so she gave it to me. I need to find it somewhere. And then, so I recalled that memory, and then I was like, oh yeah, And then a little voice in my head said, "How many did you make?" And I was like, "Oh, I made 222." And I swear to you, I transcended to Mars. Literally transcended to Mars in that massage room. Oh my god, I transcended. I was like, wait. Now, if you don't know, 222 is an angel number. And for a lot of people, it means that you are on the right path, or you are aligned in your life, and and everything is going good, and you just need to keep going with what you're doing or something like that. So that's an angel number. It's a synchronicity where the universe shows you signs that you are doing amazing and that you are aligned and that you are exactly where you need to be. So that's what it meant to me. And I see 222 a lot. I see it a lot more now than I used to, and I don't understand why. I don't know if it's because I really am aligned, or if it's because I'm just noticing it now and I didn't notice it before. But either way, whenever I see it, I'm reminded that, oh, I'm doing amazing. And now I see it a lot more than I used to, and it's really weird. And I'd seen it like at least 4 or 5 times that week. So like, wow, my lights just went off, whatever. That's tragic. A lot of times I'll look up suddenly, and I'll look up at the clock, and it'll be like 2:22 or 3:33 or 11:11. And I'm like, whoa, why did I? Okay. Weird, but it happens very often. So I was like, whoa. I don't know what drove me to make so many cranes. I was just having fun doing it, okay? But I made at least a fifth of the cranes that everybody had to make. I think the second most that somebody made was like 100 something. But I don't know what drove me to make so many cranes and why I connected to the girl in the story so much. And I know that I think she has a statue in Japan of her. So it is a real story. She was a real person. And I don't know why I connected to this girl so much, but I did. And I don't know what drove me to make so many cranes. And also, Japan is like at the top of my bucket list. It hasn't always been on my bucket list, but the past few years, it has been at the top of my bucket list. I have to go to Japan. And I will be going to Japan before I die. I will be going to Japan. I did decide, while I was still on the massage table, there are some places that I need to travel that I keep envisioning, because I think there's something very important that I will be learning there, or seeing there, or somebody, maybe meeting somebody. I don't know. I think there's something very important that I will have to learn in these places that I keep envisioning myself going to. So like Japan, in the Maldives, and Bali, Indonesia, I keep envisioning myself going there. I keep manifesting going there so much, because I think there's something more there. So I decided, when I go to Japan, I will also be visiting Hiroshima to see the statue and learn about the history of I think there were over 200,000 people who died and or were affected by these bombs being dropped. And most of them were innocent people. So I decided to visit Hiroshima when I go to Japan. And I think there's something very important that I'll need to learn. Now, I believe that versions of you are always sending you some kind of message when you are doing something that you love, or creating something and you're in some kind of flow state. And I think that was happening when I was creating those cranes. and I made exactly 222 of them. And then I remembered that in the massage, for some reason, on the massage table, it just came to me. And I don't know if this is making sense to you, and I really don't care. The ones who get it, get it. The ones who don't, whatever. But it was a weird realization. And then last week, let me start off by saying Interstellar is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is my favorite movie of all time. It affected me the most because I watched it in high school and I pursued a career because of Interstellar. And Interstellar talks about time travel and quantum mechanics. And at first I was bored with that movie, but at the end of the movie, I was really fascinated with it. So because of that, I pursued a career around that, and it didn't work out because I wanted to be like a rocket mechanic or something and work at NASA. Now I realize that maybe that wasn't why I was so fascinated with that movie. Maybe it's because of the quantum mechanics part, which goes hand in hand with spirituality and energy and how it can affect, and in manifestation, and how it can affect, your own life, because when you're manifesting, you're seeing visions, maybe future memories, and there is a version of you. There's a different version of you in every single infinite timeline. There's infinite versions of you. There's a version of you right now living your most perfect, best life. And when you manifest that, you have to slowly become and feel like that version of you. So I feel like when you do that, when you're manifesting and visualizing and feeling, you're sort of connecting to another version of you in another timeline or another dimension. And then you receive synchronicities because of that. Does that make sense? So I was fascinated with Interstellar. And I didn't know until now, but the thing that I was fascinated with most was the quantum mechanics part, because it goes hand in hand with manifestation, and manifestation is really important to me and fascinating to me, and that is what I should have pursued instead of going for working at NASA. And I realize that now. And the movie resonated with me so much because of that. And I really felt like something in that movie was so important for me to know personally, because it will not only change my life, it will change others too. And then Interstellar is made by Christopher Nolan. And you know what other movie that Christopher Nolan made? It was Oppenheimer. I watched Oppenheimer for the first time last weekend. And not only did it talk about quantum mechanics, it also talked about, obviously, it was about the making of the atomic bomb. I wish it talked more about how it affected the Japanese people. Obviously, it was awful and terrible, and it shouldn't have happened at all. But I just feel like the quantum mechanics, the manifestation, the spirituality, my future trip to Japan, it just all connects somehow. And I don't know why yet, but I know something important is coming with those 4 elements. Do I sound crazy? Good, because I am. Anyways, thank you for listening to this weird little story. Oh, I know. Maybe it doesn't make sense to you. It makes perfect sense to me. It's also very weird. I think something or somebody's trying to send me a sign. And is it delusional? Maybe. Maybe it is. But when you are pursuing your dream life, when you are manifesting, you have to learn about also There's divine guidance that you have to listen to. Your intuition, your inner self. It's a divine guidance. And it leads you to exactly where you want to go when you listen to yourself. And when you pursue your passions, when you're doing things that you love. That comes from within. And it is divine guidance. So these signs, I don't know, these things, they just kind of connected in a very weird way. And it threw me off so much. Because there's gotta be a reason why I'm so fascinated with all of these things that are connected. And I'm going to see why. Let me tell you this. I'm definitely going to Japan. And when I do go to Japan, I'm gonna vlog it. I'm vlogging the hell out of it. So you can definitely look forward to my Japan vlog. Because it's gonna be a good one. It is gonna be a good one, okay? So thanks for listening to my weird manifestation, spirituality, woo-woo story. And like, subscribe, comment what you thought was more interesting or what your thoughts are on quantum mechanics. Because I'm not good at math or physics. I'm obsessed with quantum mechanics and time travel and other dimensions and universes and this and that. I'm obsessed. I really am. I don't know why. I think it has a deeper meaning into life and death as well. So yeah. Also subscribe, because we're gonna talk about some things. And I have a free 7-day challenge in the link below where you can go put your email in and you will get a free 7-day challenge where you can discover what your passions are and how you can pursue them full time and do the things that you love and get paid to do it. So click that link down below and I will see you on the next one. Bye.